Quilombo, originally referred to as communities formed by escaped slaves in colonial Brazil. These communities were often hidden in remote areas and were self-sufficient, functioning as a refuge for slavery. Over time, the term has come to symbolize resistance against oppression and the fight for freedom in Brazil's history. Today, Quilombo also represents cultural identity and heritage for Afro-Brazilians. In today's video, we journey to the Amazon forest to visit a Quilombo community where the free Black and Indigenous people have mixed, to learn more about their diverse culture and their fight to maintain their land from urban development.
É uma mistura, né? O território ele é afro-indígena, mas é autodeclarado quilombola, que a gente pode optar por...
In the outskirts of the city of Belém, Brazil, Amazon forest, lies the Quilombo Abacatal community. It is a matriarch community, that's right, run by women. And I was fortunate to get in contact with their leadership to grant me entrance into their gates for a tour. This was no easy task. So please, as a reminder, if you enjoy content like this, like and share this video. That way my efforts were not done in vain. Thank you so much. Now let's get this video started.
Bom dia.
Aqui é o portão principal da comunidade, do território. Então, adentrando esse portão, toda pessoa que chega aqui pede licença, porque é um território sagrado, é um território com mais de 300 anos. Então, ninguém sai daqui da mesma forma que entra.
Okay. She was just telling me that once you get in here, you have to beg an excuse, like you must say when you're getting in or getting out, because it's a form of education, because it's a sacred place, and everyone that comes here gets out differently from once they...
So when I come in here, I have to explain why I'm coming in?
Not exactly like that, but you have to say,
in my mind?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly, like a prayer.
Okay.
Like, excuse me, I'm getting in, and from outside, this kind of things, you know.
Okay,
but
wow.
It's from yourself.
Okay, okay.
Seja bem-vindo.
She said, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Bom dia, Sandra. Bom dia. Bom dia.
Bom dia. How are you? So what's up, guys? We're here outside the outskirts of Belém in a community, essentially in the forest. Huge community that's more of a matriarch type of community. Is being run by women, and we get to get a tour by the leader. I'm also here with my interpreter, Ian, and he's going to be helping me understand what's going on with the traditions in this particular community. I'm so excited to show you about this amazing place. So sit back and relax, and let's learn something new about the diaspora and the people who live essentially in this area. I'm with the leader. Her name is Vanusa. She is a beautiful Brazilian Afro woman, and she's gonna give us a grand tour of this place. So come along. All right, guys, so we're entering essentially into the community. But before we walk, we're actually coming across some interesting paintings.
Aqui é a sede da associação. É o lugar que a gente reúne para debater, discutir as nossas pautas, mas é também um lugar onde se faz as festas, os velórios, sabe? Todo tipo de manifestação, seja ela cultural ou política, é nesse espaço.
Okay, she was just telling me that the place where they reunite to make political discussions, but also they do parties here, and sometimes funeral ceremonies too.
Okay.
This is the important place.
So it's a ceremonial center here.
Exactly.
Okay.
E é o espaço que a gente tem como referência para a comunidade. As nossas reuniões, os nossos debates e as nossas atividades culturais e políticas, elas acontecem aqui.
It's the place where they make their political and cultural reunions here. She just told me that it's closed today because they are not having activities here, but instead they are doing something at their school today. We'll be stopping there and you'll be able to
We'll check it out. All right.
Yeah, take
All
some
right.
pictures.
Okay,
and
cool.
Record some.
São parceiras da comunidade.
Yeah. The woman that painted it, she's a partner of the community.
Okay. It was okay.
Vamos
All right.
aqui, vamos conhecer essa árvore, que é essa maúma. A gente vai lá. E esse é o caminho das pedras, que a gente vai conhecer também.
She just told me that this is the path of stones that I told you about.
Right.
And this tree is
Samaúma,
the Salmauma tree. Is
uma árvore centenária da comunidade.
a sentinel tree from the community, and
It's a special tree. It's
exactly it's over 100 years old, and it's like a sacred place too. We'll be visiting it.
okay. Wow. Okay. And you have this huge football field, so it's a good party.
Yeah,
Joguei muito aí.
the kids already play a lot there, and she says she plays a lot here too.
Yeah, you play soccer, football.
Yes,
Agora não, agora não.
not now, but she used to
Before.
play a lot.
All right, guys. There is a parrot running havoc here. They're stopping to drop her stuff, and they wanted me to see this parrot. How he's going crazy. I guess he normally goes crazy around people.
Aruna
This is Aruna, the parrot.
é uma arara
See,
que ela vive aqui solta, é da família e ela é tipo o cachorro da casa.
she told me she's part of the family and she's like the dog,
Oh,
É, só que ela voa, que é
but she flies. It's worse than a dog.
okay.
Okay.
A Fátima é coordenadora da associação. Tá
This
na-
is Fatima. She's the coordinator here.
Nice to meet you.
vai ter uma vivência na comunidade hoje.
She's introducing you to her.
Okay. All right.
This is her mother.
Mamãe,
Nice to meet you.
Leão.
What she say?
Esse é o Leon.
É americano.
Ele é americano.
Ah, tá.
Pode falar que eu falo pela senhora.
É,
Qual o seu nome?
Raimunda.
She's called Raimunda. She is Vanessa's mother.
Okay, nice to meet you. And that's her sister?
Maquini.
Nice to meet you.
Irmã,
Okay.
Maquini.
Who's this? Who's this?
She is her sister. You are right.
Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, cool.
Leon, americano e influencer.
É. Prazer.
Yeah.
E a proposta da visita é levar o Abacatal e as nossas lutas, se Deus quiser, pra fora. Se Deus quiser. Deus vai querer.
She said, "My God bless you on this journey."
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Abaka.
Be careful, Charles.
He bit me.
She's angry. She's angry. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. She's angry.
She bit me.
Be careful.
It felt like a baby puppy biting me. So yeah, the parrot is 10 years old, they're saying, and yeah, part of the family. Very, very territorial, the parrot.
That's the school. She's
Da comunidade primária, são séries primárias.
This is the elementary school.
Todos os professores são do território e tem uma metodologia, um trabalho diferenciado que remete à nossa história. Então, todos os funcionários são da comunidade.
She was just telling me that everyone that works here, mainly the teachers, they are all from that community here, and they have a special methodology that teaches the kids based on the reality they see here. Everything is based around living the community and working for it.
So basically, they're teaching the youth the essentials of living in this community, the history of this community. That's something they probably wouldn't have gotten if they went to a school in the city.
Exactly.
Would have been more generalized. Here it's more particular on the ideas of what's essential for this community. Nice,
Exactly.
good, perfect. Let me ask her a question. Do you guys have your own language?
Alguns.
They don't have like a specific language, but they have some dialects here.
Mas é só o português mesmo. São algumas misturas, né?
They mainly speak Portuguese, but sometimes they mix up some words from African and indigenous dialects.
Oh, okay. Can she tell me maybe 2 words? Or I don't know.
Então, vambora. Vamos embora.
She just gave me an example, like the word vambora. It's not like an actual word that we use here, but it's like a contraction of vamos embora.
Okay.
Portuguese. It's like, let's go.
So it's basically more of a colloquial term, which means, what it means, let's go?
Let's go.
Okay, okay.
Involuntário, né? No nosso dia a dia, assim. Então, bom dia.
Bom dia, bom dia.
Bom dia.
Não tem?
She's asking for something to patch up your finger.
Oh, okay.
Essa é uma atividade política, social, de uma organização para a paz, que é uma ONG não governamental, nem política partidária, que eles fazem ações nas comunidades. E hoje o debate é com mulheres para falar sobre a prevenção.
This meeting around here, it's organized by an AGO, and its main goal is to teach parents so they can educate their children about some kind of preventions.
And the importance of protecting yourself. Okay.
Oi, gente. Bom dia.
Ela é minha irmã.
She's her sister.
How many sisters and brothers?
Procedimento.
Quantas irmãs e irmãos tu tem?
Somos 9.
They are 9 siblings.
6 mulheres e 3 homens.
6 women and 3 guys.
Okay. What is that?
Procedimento estético.
They are doing skincare procedure.
E é isso.
She told me that they were having some lectures about the importance of the self-preservation and like teaching them about the dangers of the HIV and how to prevent that.
A banda Toroaçu, ela leva também a nossa história através da arte.
She told me that the band is called Toroaçu, and their songs, the lyrics of their songs are actually telling the history of the community.
So this is her other sister too. All right.
Maria.
This is Maria.
Nice to meet you, Maria. Thank you for the welcome.
Finalmente é ela.
Okay, she is the coordinator of external affairs. She represents the community when they gather in political rallies.
Also, she talks with the local government and everything.
Exactly.
Whenever there's any issues.
This is Maria Santana. This is her aunt, her brother's sister.
Okay.
And she's also part of the leadership here in the community.
Her brothers what?
Oh, her father's sisters.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Isso, eu me chamo Santana, sou nascida e criada nesse território.
She told me her name is Santana. She's 55 years old. She was born and raised here in the community. And nowadays, it's not that much, but she used to be very talkative about the issues that happen right here. She was told me that they have some governmental issues back in '88, and their houses got destroyed because this land here was illegally bought.
Trying to create
Yes.
development here.
They cast away the people that lived here, but 10 years later, they actually got to fight back and got officially recognized by the government as the true owners of this land and got their houses and their territory back.
Wow. Yeah.
Exactly. She was one of the leaders of the movement.
How has the government been treating this community?
Esse território.
Sad. She was telling me that it's important to know that this territory here was built back in 1710, 314 years from them, they still have to be very noisy about the relevance about this place to show they are still here.
But essentially, although the government is aware of this community here and its needs, they still have to make a lot of noise, and I guess you unite together to get things done for the better of this community.
A Mucura formou conjunto de carimbó para tocar. A Mucura formou conjunto de carimbó para tocar. Ela mesma tocava no banjo, no tambor era o tamanduá. No saxofone, pouco espinho no ganzá. E depois do conjunto formado chamaram o grupo somente pra cantar. Tem, o grupo já não vale o que tem.
What is that? What is that?
Hora do lanche. Lanche.
Okay, hold on. Sopa.
Sopa. É, sopa.
What is this?
It's soap.
It's soup. It's soup.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it called?
Sopa.
Oh, sopa.
That smells like in English.
Okay.
Grab yours and let's eat.
All right, guys. So get to eat some soup over here. Okay. Wow. Hello. No, yes, I don't know. Oh, you want a photograph with me? Okay, let's go. All right.
Adriana, cadê Lisete? Cadê aquela? Foi.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Nice meeting you guys. Okay.
This is sopa. It's a kind of soup. It's just made of meat and vegetables.
Okay. All right. I was asking if it had a special name. They said, yeah, soup. Okay. All right. Here you go. Get a real good look into it. And let's try it out. All right. Tastes amazing. Very thickish texture and everything. Chopped up vegetables, like my interpreter said. It's giving Chef Boyardee a run for it. What I noticed about this community, it looks more indigenous than so, but every now and then you might see someone that looks indigenous and they might have more of a textury black hair or curly hair. Some of them might look a little bit more of typical black features here. So it's clear the indigenous and the Africans mix in this community, and this is the byproduct of everything. What I find interesting though, when you travel to different countries, you might see people that look just like this, but maybe not associate themselves with too much of a Afro or African history. Now I am aware of my my audience that watches my videos. They'll swear they'll never see this part where I talk about how some people feel like black people were already here before Christopher Columbus, or they were natives of this land, and I understand that concept, but normally I don't try to push that on the locals here. I let them tell their story. So whatever story they know or learn, that's the story I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you know what? You guys just been here before slavery. You know, that wouldn't be right, especially for a testament of them learning their history. Would I agree with that notion or thought that that's a possibility? I think that's a possibility. I don't think it applies to everybody though. So that's an important thing. Normally the people that come into my audience that come to this channel or watch this video will just say, no, no, they're all natives. No. This is a possibility of both happening, in my opinion. Both happening. So we would always go with what the natives or the locals say about their history. And so here, what they believe and know is true. The indigenous and the black enslaved people eventually got together to make union. And this is a byproduct of that. We haven't talked about the history here with one of the community leaders, but we're gonna get into that slowly. We're working our way into that. Anyways, bon appetit, and as always guys, if you like this video so far, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Just a reminder, friendly reminder, hit that like button. All right, these videos not easy to come by. It's a lot of planning and a lot of me running around town asking people if they know about communities like this, and it was hard. It was very hard. Okay, so I am aware that there are communities all over Brazil, but one that's in this type of environment is something special. You got to get permission to come here. You can't just walk in. All right, yo. And you already know what I do. It was really good. It was really good.
Are you finished yet?
Huh?
Are you finished already?
Yes, yes.
I see you like it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So we're taking a stroll with the leader right now, okay? Here we go. Right now, let's go.
Caminhar agora.
We walking right now.
Mostra, sair.
Regular house.
How many people live here?
Quantas pessoas tem aqui?
520 habitantes.
Like 520.
People living here. Wow.
Exactly.
172 famílias.
172 families.
172 families, and this community has been here in existence for over 300 years.
Yeah, 314 years.
Wow. All right, so they're cleaning up their clothes and everything. Walking through this community, I just been hearing like every other house playing jamming music. She basically said,
É som pra todo lado.
Oh, she told me that because it's Saturday, they're not at work, so they have to a lot of time to spend at home, so they're just listen to music and make their household chores, for example.
so this community seems really well built. How long have they had power?
90. Nos anos 90.
Since the 90s, she said.
Mas foi em 90.
She said when they got the power in here, they now could use refrigerators.
When the power came in, so they had television, they
Yeah.
could use television,
Yes.
and they could use the refrigerator to store their food.
Exactly what you meant.
So how they used to do it before?
Como é que vocês se viravam antes disso?
É a lamparina, que a gente fala de candeia, né? A gente
Certo.
falava assim, que
They
é...
used oil lanterns to light places.
What about like getting news from the outside of the community?
Então, era muito através de cartas, correio, né?
They used
eram
letters. They used to exchange letters with people from the
Rádio
outside.
também.
The radio, they used radio too, and people going back and forth to the city. They used to bring the news. So when the pandemic started, they had to actually close down the gates here.
Okay.
No one from the outside could come. They closed down the churches too, the bars, and they only allowed one person per family for going out to buy like medicine and the groceries out there.
Okay. Awesome, man. That's awesome. You got your sandals. All right. We keep getting deeper and deeper into the forest area here, guys.
Tá abafado, né?
So say that again.
Vanessa just told us that a black and blue butterfly will be with us during this path because it is an entity.
That's very interesting because I was in Colombia in the Choco area, and they had a belief about butterflies as well, having a spiritual significance. And now I'm here. I think it might have been the same color too. You can see the road is just getting narrow from what it was big and now small. And I think that's it with the power lines. They end pretty much over there. Don't touch those?
I think those are poison.
Okay. I don't plan on touching anything here.
This tree is a cashew tree.
Oh, this tree is a cashew tree?
Yeah. A kind of red cashew. She said they used to make cachaça, a kind of drink.
Oh, I know cachaça.
Yeah. They use the parts of the wood to make medicine.
Wow. So that's why it's all carved up from here.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. The walkway has opened up, guys, so looks like we are getting somewhere close. Where are we going? I don't know, but I am enjoying this this hike at the moment. No butterflies, maybe it could because of all the repellent I got on. Who knows? But yeah, this is amazing. You know what? Just listen. If you listen. You can just hear this. You can hear the forest. I wasn't really paying attention to the sound of this area, but now it's louder than ever. The crickets and whatever bird or animal that is. I guess that is just being present where you're at. Just paying attention to what you can hear. Wow, this is amazing.
Espaço tipo de uns 150 metros e foi a espessura é de 1 metro, né, de largura, que as pessoas que eram escravizadas aqui construíram, porque é várzea.
Okay, so what I was telling us is that the Path of Stones starts right here, and it was built back in the 18th century by the enslaved people so they could cross this area, because when the river gets like the level of the water goes higher, they couldn't cross it, but they built it so they could pass this way, and that's the start of the stone path.
How important is this path to you?
Qual é a importância do caminho daqui de pedras para vocês?
Esse caminho é um território sagrado. Para nós é um território sagrado. Então, quando a gente atravessa esse percurso aqui, esse caminho, na nossa fé, na nossa religião, né, na nossa crença, ninguém sai, ninguém volta da mesma forma que entrou. Então,
Desculpa. So, like she was saying, this is a sacred place for them, and in their faith, in their religion, you never come back the same you was once you go back and forth to stone path.
E aí, quando a gente chega aqui, qualquer pessoa, na sua fé, pede licença para atravessar o caminho.
Certo. So, any person that comes here, regardless of their faith, which religion they profess, once you get here, you gotta beg an excuse, and you have to ask it before you go down there.
Aqui a gente pede licença e a gente caminha descalço, para pisar no chão. Só que como tem muita lama, aí a gente pede licença e atravessa de sapato, de sandália.
Certo. She said they usually walk there barefoot to show respect, but now that is a bit flooded because of the rain, we have the option to go wearing our flip-flops, shoes, anything.
I'll take my shoes off. I have ugly feet though.
There's no problem, don't mind my hobbit feet too. Ele falou que se for preciso, ele pode tirar os sapatos dele.
Vai ser muita lama e vai sujar muito.
It will be a lot of mud.
Tem uma árvore ali, a gente passando essas 3 árvores, tá vendo? São 3 Marias pra gente, que elas são iguaizinhas. Tem uma árvore lá onde eu vou fazer um ritual da minha fé.
Certo. So, as we can see here, you see that tree. Trees. They are called the three Marias, the Três Marias, because they look like each other a lot. Once we pass them, she is going to make a ritual on another tree that is over there.
Would I be able to record that or no?
Vai poder gravar?
Vai.
Yes.
Aí quando a gente chegar na beira do igarapé, eu falo a história.
Certo. Once we get near the river edge, she will tell us the story.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Guys, so if you can see on the floor, these are the stones that were created by the enslaved people. And through the generations, this has become more of a sacred passageway for this community. And I actually can see exactly what they're talking about here. And so, to give you more pretext, this village has been fighting against urban expansion in the Belém area here. Actually, this pathway is, I don't know if they officially have done it, but have created as basically a national treasure for the community. So they won't be able to tear it down. But the best thing about it, though, it also gives awareness to the community itself. So actually, guys, after I looked online, I found out they haven't made things official just yet. But in the past couple weeks, there have been legislation to push a bill that would make the path a national treasure, which would mean they would never be able to destroy the path, which would help fight against urban expansion and give this community more visibility. If you would like to help this community out in its journey, I will go ahead and put the leader's contact information in the description, and she will be able to give you proper advice on how you can help.
Aqui é a Maria. Olha a hora.
Falta 10 para as 2.
Tem uma aranha aí, cuidado.
Onde?
Bem na frente do teu rosto.
Ah, não, é a casa dela.
Ó.
Aqui está assentado uma entidade que é Exu.
She said that the entity that is here is called Exu, and together with the other Orishas, the African deities, they also guard this place. They are the guardians of this place, and she was supposed to come here every day before noon to make this kind of ritual, but she can't be here all the time, but she does it as a sign of respect.
Isso. Onde a gente vai?
Bora. Let's go.
Aí,
So she just told us that when it's summer, they actually clean out and whip out all the weeds around here, so we can see it a bit better. And
But as winter is getting into the winter area.
exactly, and it rains a lot here. It wouldn't be possible. And right there, we can see the river.
Wow.
muito fria, muito fria, muito fria.
Água muito gelada,
She
20.
said the water
It's super
is
cold.
Yes.
I know that for your
Yes, super cold.
Muito gelada.
Is there any fish in there or?
Tem que sentar. Vamos sentar.
Okay.
She said, let's sit down for a bit.
Okay.
Sentar um pouquinho.
Experimentar aqui a água.
É o habitat delas, então tem.
She said there are snakes here. So
Tem sucuri.
there's a rare snake, a snake called sucuri, because it's their habitat. So we better watch out.
Pelo amor de Deus.
She just said that the snakes actually take pigs, dogs, And if they can catch a pig or a dog,
They can catch a human.
Yeah, they can catch a small kid.
Is it like an anaconda or is it like a big pig?
É tipo uma anaconda.
Yes.
É, que é a sucuri, né?
Like
pra
an
gente.
anaconda. Just as big.
É.
You're not afraid?
Você não tem medo?
Claro que eu tenho!
Of course she has. Of course she's afraid.
Claro que eu tenho. Tenho. Tipo, dos animais que eu tenho medo é da onça. Sou brava, mas não tenho coragem de brincar com a onça. E de cobra.
She said she's brave, but she also she's afraid of the jaguars and the snakes. Olha a borboleta, the butterfly, the black and blue.
Yeah, there it is.
É, grandona.
Big
butterfly.
I saw it, and there's one right over there too. Like
Essa
over there.
mesmo.
I see some over
É
there.
uma entidade.
It's an entity. The
Ela
butterfly.
protege. Ela é... Ela senta na gente, ela vem.
Pode sentar em ti.
Olha.
She mentioned her belief. What is her belief?
So her religion is called Umbanda. It's an African Brazilian religion.
Mas eu cultuo os santos com o secretismo, né?
Santos católicos.
Isso, que tem o secretismo na minha religião.
Certo. They also pray for the Catholic saints, despite also being faithful to the African deities, the orishas.
Tentar falar devagar.
She is going to explain us the story.
Esse território é um território matricial, que é um território diferente de matriarcal. Ele advém de mulheres de uma descendência de... Esse ano ele completa 314 anos.
Certo. This year the community will be reaching 314 years old. This territory is also ruled by women. She said the word, qual é a palavra?
Matricial.
It's a matriarchal territory, not exactly a matriarchy, but it's ruled by women.
Aqui é onde começou o território.
They settled down right on this place and they actually expanded it from here. Till 1970, they didn't have any roads here. The only way they could get in and out of here, going to Belém, was going through the rivers. So nowadays, as you saw in the beginning of the video, we actually go through the back of the territory now, going to the roads, but they use it to come through here.
Wow.
It's actually the front.
E é um território bem extenso, a cana-de-açúcar, a mandioca.
So this territory used to belong to a Portuguese count.
Conde Comamelo.
Count Comamelo.
Antônio Comamelo.
And he used to live here and he had a lot of enslaved work for him here, and they used to cultivate coffee, sugar cane and cassava root.
E cacau.
And cocoa.
E aí ele voltando para Portugal com problemas de saúde.
When Count Coma went back to Portugal because of health problems, he had 3 children, 3 girls, with his slave named Olympia. After having his children, he actually gave freedom to all the enslaved people that used to live here. So what makes this territory different from the others is that it's not wasn't originally an occupation. It was actually inherited by the people that used to live here because the count left it for them. They could take care of it.
So they are the truthful owners of this territory.
Exactly.
Okay, I totally get it. You know, I want you to tell her this. One of the reasons why I like to visit the diaspora in different parts of the Western Hemisphere is to examine their belief. Because in America, a lot of Afro-Americans don't have that history because it was erased through Stockholm Syndrome and church just saying, no, you cannot worship those type of beliefs. This territory essentially being, you know, it was enslaved, but then was free, and you guys still maintain your religion. That is something that we don't have as Americans. I'm Haitian American, so I have some of that history, but like far as Afro Americans all the way, many don't have that information. Can she name some of the African deities for me?
Great. So she said that despite suffering from that erasure too, that when the enslaved people were brought here, they had no names. They lost their original names. They're actually named by slave owners. But everything that happened to them after Portuguese tried to cut every relationship they have with the deities still continues as a form of preservation. So should I say that each day of the week they pray for a different orisha. The orishas are the day, or as they call the entities. In the morning they pray for Eshu. Eshu is the orisha connected to pathways, and Eshu is in the edge of good and evil.
Na terça-feira a gente cultua Ogum, que é o orixá e o deus das guerras, general. Na terça.
So Tuesday they pray for Ogum. Ogum is the god of war. He was a general.
Na quarta-feira é Xangô e Yansan, que são os meus orixás de cabeça.
So on Wednesday they pray for Xangô. Xangô is the god of
da justiça.
Is the god of justice.
On Wednesday.
And also Yansan. Yansan is the goddess of the wind and the war too. Thursday they pray for Oxóssi. Oxóssi represents prosperity. It's the god of the woods. He's also a hunter, and she said that despite each day having one specific orixá, there are countless.
More than 7.
Exactly.
São as deusas da Isaac.
And on Fridays, they pray for the gods and the goddesses of waters, like Iemanjá,
Oxum, Nanã.
So she was saying that both in Umbanda and Candomblé, on Saturday, they pray for different entities. On Saturday, they are like around 36 or 46 different entities that manifest themselves in different aspects. Said that despite all of their beliefs, there is also a small part of Catholic faith mixing with cows. They also pray for the Catholic saints.
When I've seen different religions mash up with the Catholicism, sometimes the enslaved people what they would do is they would mix a saint, like maybe Saint James, and Saint James would represent an entity in their beliefs. Is that what they're doing too?
Exactly, it's the same thing. I can ask her for some example. Tipo,
Xangô é São João.
Saint John, Xangô.
E Santa Bárbara e Yansan.
Saint Barbara is known as Yansan.
Okay, so
São Jerônimo também é Xangô.
Saint Jeronymos is also known as Xangô. She said they have traditional rituals about celebrating the birth, but also there's a specific ritual for when someone passes away. When someone passes away, the ritual is actually celebrating the grief, saying prayers for God, which she said is the biggest orisha of all of them, and they pray to that person to be delivered straight to God.
Okay, so God is always in the mix of, out of all the entities, God is the top entity.
Exactly.
Padre, que tem o pastor e que tem uma iaô, né, que no caso é eu e as minhas irmãs, para fazer esse processo. Não é a onça.
It's an She said that it's not unusual to witness like someone passes away. You actually will have a priest, pastor, and also, como é que se chama?
Iaô.
The Iaô, which represents the Umbanda.
Que é igual o pastor, no caso, é quem faz as celebrações.
Like a shaman priest or something?
Exactly. The Iaôs.
So I'm walking around the community. It's a heavy mixture of people in terms of appearance, you know. I don't see too many people that look like me here. It's more of a mixed, like indigenous and black. Can she explain more of that?
Ele tá perguntando que, quando ele andou pela comunidade, ele reparou que ele não viu exatamente pessoas como ele, pessoas pretas mesmo. Ele reparou que as pessoas têm faces mais puxadas por traços indígenas e tal. Se tu poderia explicar, tipo, como funciona aqui, como ocorreu esse processo?
É uma mistura, né? O território, ele é afro-indígena, mas é autodeclarado quilombola. Pode optar por se autodeclarar. Então, nós nos autodeclaramos quilombolas, embora tenhamos as duas descendentes quilombolas.
So, basically what she said is the people here are mixed. They are like African and indigenous at the same time. but the territory is self-declared as a Quilombo community. Quilombo community, they are descendants from the enslaved Africans.
Okay.
They have these two.
So regardless of anything, a lot of these,
Calma, não é a onça.
you got the predator here.
Yeah, the parrot.
So regardless of anything, when it comes to the inhabitants here, a lot of them have Afro heritage here.
Exactly, that's the word what I was looking for.
Just to confirm, right? I just want her to say it one more time. So there's a lot of the people who live here have African heritage.
Ele só pediu pra tu falar isso de novo sobre essa questão das pessoas terem descendência africana mesmo.
Então, a descendência africana no Brasil é porque houve, né, a gente sabe todo o processo escravocrata, e aí ficavam em territórios como esse, onde eram já ocupados por indígenas. Então houve a miscigenação, né, houve muito a mistura. E aqui não foi diferente, né, como tem outros também, em outros territórios. E aí é muito forte, assim, os traços, né. Mas tem pessoas bem retintas também.
So she said that the process of occupation of this space, there were many black people that came here when they were freed from enslavement, but those territories were already occupied by indigenous. So a miscegenation happened. So intermarriage between indigenous people and people that were just
enslaved but freed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got together and stayed together in this kind of community.
Okay. No, it's
all
okay.
over the country. It happened all over the country.
Yeah, I can see it. But you know what I find amazing, and Americans, a lot of us have a hard time understanding this because America is different in terms of when it comes to race and how we look at race and aspects like that. I love the fact that I can look at you and you are proud of your African heritage.
Falou que ele está admirado que vocês aqui sentem muito orgulho de quem vocês são, têm conhecimento de onde vocês vieram, então.
Olha, ela estava aqui.
Uau.
Então, aqui a Afro, esse processo da diáspora, para nós, ele é muito importante porque a gente reconhece que o Brasil não é, embora agora seja o nosso país, mas não era o nosso país de origem. Então, todos os meus ancestrais vieram de África, né, foram sequestrados de África, e eles tiveram todo um cuidado de não perder, né, essa identidade. E é muito importante, a minha espiritualidade fala que a gente precisa saber de onde a gente veio, a gente precisa saber onde a gente está e precisa saber onde a gente quer chegar, né? E esse processo histórico é isso.
She said that important that to remember that they were not originally from Brazil. It wasn't their country. They were brought by force here. But nowadays, they are all part of the same country. They belong here too, regardless of what happened to them. This is their country too.
Okay.
Então é isso, né? E os outros processos de colonização, como na América, né? Na América dele, houve muito esse processo do apagamento mesmo dessa identidade, né? Então os negros lá são mais um negro.
Sim, they still keep it very alive here. They still talk about it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to meet you, okay?
Ele falou que tá feliz.
I'm happy to meet you, my sister.
Gratidão.
Okay.
Eu falo gratidão, que seria thank you.
She's showing her gratitude.
Okay.
Gratidão.
All right, we're heading back into the community, but immediately you can tell you're close when you start hearing them jamming. They got a whole Portuguese style on Breaking My Heart in the background. It's amazing. All right, guys, so we're taking a quick break from all that walk. There's actually a cool lounge here area as you walk back. This is interesting. Got a pool over there and a bar right here, and this is like right off the path. And I asked him basically, how do people make money here? So well, we asked her, and what did she say?
So she said they do a lot of third-party agreements, like work from people outside of here, but they also export fruits and juices, smoothies, and
Juices and smoothies. What was one of the name of the juices?
like açaí, cupuaçu juice, farinha, tucupi. They were just baking it yesterday. They were making farinha, so we won't be able to see the process of making it, but today is the day they go out and go sell outside of here in the city.
So where they go in the city? You mentioned it.
Like the Veropeso market is the main commerce place that we have here, and some small places around town at the favelas. You said the poorest areas of the city, but it's very diversified.
So check this out, guys. We actually saw this on the drone not too far from where we were, and I was wondering what this was. And this is actually what they call a fish tank. So I guess they catch a lot of fish, and when they have an excess, they put here to when they need it. Nice. All right, guys, so now we're moving more into the forest because she has something sacred to show me again, and I already see it. Wow.
It's huge.
It's huge, guys. This tree looks like it's been here since prehistoric time. Not 100 years. It's a little bit.
No, I say more than 100 because the elderly say that it was already here, so they started counting like 100 years ago.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, you can tell, guys, this is not no normal thing right here. Look at the roots and everything.
Look how big is that space here. Someone could live in here.
Wow. Very beautiful. And you see all these other trees around there is nothing compared to this thing right here. Wow. Say it again.
Okay, so she just told me that this part of the tree is actually sick, but it is recovering right now. Ele perguntou por que não tem nenhuma outra árvore ao redor daqui que seja tão grande quanto essa.
Então, porque ela que é ancestral e de alguma forma para nossa espiritualidade, para nossa fé, ela é uma também das guardiãs da comunidade.
So, to their faith, to their religion, they believe that this tree is actually one of the guardians of the territory. That will explain why it's been here for so long, and it's the only tree around like this size.
Right.
Mas ela é muito majestosa, assim, muito grande. Meu Deus. Eu fico tonta de olhar pra
I see these trees look a little bit more younger. You know what I mean? Maybe a good 20, 25 years. So maybe they cut everything down here. And it's like, yo, we can't cut this thing. Not happening. But the type of machines they used to use to dig into these trees would fit right into this hole, actually. But it probably was just too thick. And then they realized that, you know what, maybe leave this thing here. Right into there. They were making jokes about us coming here, calling it "Welcome into Narnia." This would be the door.
That will be the front door.
Fala assim, aqui na comunidade.
Her grandfather used to tell a story about how you couldn't circle the tree because otherwise you'd get an enchantment over you. But it's more like a curse. The Curupira would be after you. Curupira is a forest entity.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly. She's saying that they thought the tree used to emit a sound, but it's actually the wind passing through it. It makes a whistle and used to scare people around here.
Oh.
Yeah. When they used to be kids, Vanusa and her friends, they would never get close to it because they would used to be so scared of that curse. And the sound, the
Tree we used to make.
Exactly, because they thought it would be the Curupira. Scary stuff.
Mas o vovô, ele morreu com 86 anos. E aí ele falava que quando criança, quando jovem, ele já via ela assim.
So her grandfather died when he was like 86 years old, over 20 years ago. But even when she was a small kid, he said he used to see that same tree and it looked the same. It didn't change at all. So they don't know the age of the tree for sure.
What's the name of the tree?
Samaúma.
Samaúma.
It's the Samaúma tree.
Wow.
Essas plantas que crescem, elas representam as entidades, os orixás.
So in the indigenous culture, these plants that you see growing on the tree, they represent entities to them, like Jarima, Jurema, like she said, they are indigenous entities and they have their own significance.
Na ornamentação, ela é chamada de costela de Adão. Né? Ela é conhecida como costela de Adão.
These kind of leaves are known as, I don't know, like the Adam's ribcage.
Growing up, has she ever seen something she couldn't explain?
Enquanto tu crescia, assim, tu já viu algo que tu tipo, não conseguiu? When she was younger, when she was a kid, she got lost in the woods and she felt like someone were playing with her, making her walking in circles, feeling dizzy, disoriented. When she felt disoriented, she started hearing laughs around her, and when she started to become desperate, she stopped, she stood up, and she actually realized that she was right in front of her was the right path to coming home.
Oh.
Isso. E aí eu percebi o quanto que a natureza, ela conhece a gente e ela também nos envolve, né, nesse contexto.
So she got to know how the nature actually it's all around us and it guides us back home. Yes.
Mas é isso. Ela é muito poderosa, muito majestosa. Ela se renova a cada ano. E é isso. Né? De pressão, de sufocar, de pressionar a comunidade, de, sei lá, a gente já tem nossos direitos violados de todas as formas, né? Sem acesso a políticas públicas que a gente tem direito, sem acesso ao, como é que eu vou dizer, ao repasse de muitos empreendimentos que vêm para o município, no caso a Ananindeua, e que deveria deixar uma parte considerável, né, dos impostos, e esses impostos deveriam ser revertidos em políticas públicas. E aí vocês viram a estrada como é que para dar acesso à comunidade, né? A gente tem uma saúde precarizada, a gente tem uma educação mais ou menos, então é muito isso.
She's saying that despite the tax money being used for education, to pave new roads, to put asphalt in them, a lot of that money that were supposed to come back to here, because they also pay taxes like everyone else, they never see that money. The money doesn't get invested in here. They don't see experiments being made in like education and their healthcare. They felt almost abandoned by the government.
What would she like more to happen?
Então, na verdade eu não gostaria, não é melhorias, né? São direitos, são políticas. Então é uma infraestrutura acessível, que seria a estrada, né? E queria também acessar as políticas tipo de saúde mais rápida, de educação, de segurança, que a gente não tem. E também permanecer vivendo da forma que a gente vive, da forma que a gente quer viver, e que o Estado respeite isso.
Certo. She actually asking just for the basic rights for being respected, to have access to better healthcare, better education, the infrastructure of the roads to be better placed here, the lack of asphalt that you saw going here, and for the basic right of simply being respected here, to get, so the people out there get to know that they are still right here, they have their history here, and they won't be leaving. This is their place.
Ciência e a cultura desses povos.
She said that the public power, the government, they don't feel actually respected by them because they are so overlooked in those things like the healthcare, the education, the roads, the infrastructure here. So it's actually a very tough situation that they have to face daily. So she's trying to say that she doesn't need the Quilombo to be urbanized. They don't want to be integrated to the city, but they still have some basic level of rights that they want to be set right. There's already like 314 years of history.
Entende muito isso também.
Another problem that she mentioned is the real estate market, because they build things around here without actually asking them for consent.
Or even buying from them.
Exactly. They don't even buy it. They simply set place there and start building houses. So what she's saying is that the Brazilian government, in a federal scale, but also the states, they actually don't respect the autonomy of this place. They don't ask for consent, for permission for building here, to staying here, to actually trying to basically steal their lands, and they simply do that. They don't ask for permission of the leaderships here.
E não só da minha comunidade, mas de todas as comunidades que têm o direito de ser consultada no estado do Pará.
She said that she spent more than half her life fighting back the government to get to know what the leaderships here actually wanted to. And it's very important to notice that this community and all the other communities around here in the other states in Brazil, they actually have their voice. They say what they want to, they don't want to, and their will must be respected regardless of the state laws and the federal laws.
What can people do to help this community?
Então, para ajudar, também fazendo pressão ao Estado brasileiro que respeite a consulta, que respeite a autonomia dos povos e que as empresas que estão, seja americanas, alemãs, empresas internacionais, que elas repensem a forma de emprego, de trabalho que tem no Estado brasileiro. Porque viola direitos, matam pessoas, destrói territórios e culturas.
So she said that the people, we have to put pressure in the government to actually respect the will of the communities and also get the industries, the enterprises to, regardless of which nation they came from, either they are American, German, and other international industries that come here, they can't do whatever they want here at this soil, and the will of the people that actually live here must be respected.
É isso.
É isso.
É isso.
All right, guys, now that we've seen the tree, we're heading back. I think we're heading back to her house. They might have a dinner for us or something, so we're gonna go check it out. This whole experience has been eye-opening, just to see where the diaspora has landed, and the mixed up what happened to the diaspora. It's all about the history of what happened here. So, beautiful thing of learning it. All right, guys, so we're back in Vanusa's home, and I just wanted to show you what she got on the table right here. Her sister right here is cooking us a meal. This is Isai, and Acai, excuse me. It's it comes from a tree we kept pointing at today, and it's a really sweet type of meal you guys like to eat, right?
Exactly. We every meal, actually.
With every meal you like to eat with
Exactly.
Isai, this?
You can eat acai with everything.
So,
With fish, meats, whatever you want to farinha.
what you mean? You pour it on the food, or you eat it?
No.
You eat it on the side. You drink it on the side.
Exactly. That's how we eat it.
Right.
We sometimes there are people that simply put meat with the acai.
Okay. So it's in something they like to drink. And man, ever since I made it here in Brazil, When I looked at the plate, this was prevalent in almost every plate I ate that was Brazilian made. This is called
Farinha.
farinha.
Yeah, but we also have farofa. It's similar to farinha, but it's less crunchy.
So you guys like to mix it with rice?
With everything we can, actually. It doesn't have any nutritional value, but we like that crunchy feeling that it gets on the food. We are used to it already.
Right. All right, guys. So this is
Farinha. That's the farinha. It's a bit of a powder. It's crunchy. We added to our meals with like your lunch, your dinner, whatever it is. You can put farinha on it on your plate.
You could eat, he's eating it like that, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, man. I see this everywhere in Brazil, bro. Everywhere. If there's food on the table, this is somewhere close by.
Yeah. And they actually produce it right here. We just couldn't see it today because Saturday today is the day to sell it on the city.
Nice. You got me wanting to try.
It's dry as sand.
It's the 100% pure.
Yeah.
100% pure before it gets to the city, guys.
Yeah.
It's not like a cereal. You could probably eat this with milk or something.
Yeah, I think you could. There are some
like,
people who do it.
Like Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
All right. Here are the representations of their deities. Okay.
Xangô,
The Shango.
Yansan.
Yansan.
This is like I would think more of a Catholic figure, but they call it Ansan.
Yansan.
Okay.
Yansan. É a deusa do trovão, da guerra. Não parece muito comigo, né? Porque eu sou calminha, mas enfim.
She's the goddess of thunder and war. Yansan. But doesn't resemble her at all.
No sincretismo a gente tem o orixá de cabeça. Então são pai e mãe.
So, in her religion, they actually, the saints, they are like the father and the mother of her. They call it the head saints, saints of the head.
Pai e mãe.
Okay.
É difícil ser eu, mas é Jarina.
That's
É
Jarima.
uma cabocla indígena.
Yeah, she's an indigenous Indian. Jarima.
Okay, so this one is a indigenous entity.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see
Ela
she
cuida da onça.
takes care of the jaguar.
Ah, the jaguar is here.
Ela cuida da onça.
Okay.
E o maracá.
This instrument is called maracá.
Aí eu ganhei de um parente indígena que me doou.
She got it from her indigenous relative. Indigenous people refer to themselves as being relatives, despite not being exactly from the same family, but
Really?
that's how they say it. They call themselves relatives.
Okay.
Esse é um cocá. Um cocá que é dado aos guerreiros e foi me presenteado também por um parente indígena.
She was gifted this headpiece called cocar, and it represents, it says that you are a warrior.
Wow. Nice. All right, guys, you get to see more of the community. It's time to eat. We just came from our tour guide's house, and I think she had her family prepare us a meal. Let's check it out. All right.
Mas nunca mais eu exerci assim, um processo.
It's
E aí?
amazing.
E às vezes pode afetar até a
We got
pessoa, né?
spaghetti, we have rice.
Açaí.
Açaí, yes.
Fish frito?
Isso.
We will have some fried fish, some rice, pasta, farinha.
Oh, nice. Some
And
filet
açaí.
fish.
Yeah.
Nice.
É muito. Ai, peixe.
É daqui mesmo?
Muito bom.
Você viu aí?
Wow, more fish.
Yeah.
Peixe.
This one is made in the
Peixe.
oven. This,
He's like, yeah. That's the fish. There's no more the fillet fish.
this is a kind of salad too called vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette.
It's made with tomatoes, salsa, and onions.
Come assim. Aqui eu como assim. Açaí e peixe.
Yeah. She only eats like that. She only eats açaí,
E a proteína?
farinha, and the protein.
É.
Fish.
Aham.
É isso mesmo.
Wow.
Açaí é o paraíso na terra.
Obrigada. So when you take the alki, you put it in the bowl and then you eat it like pudding or something.
Exactly.
Wow.
We call this kind of bowl here cuia.
Cuia.
It's called cuia.
Ah, a ela. A ela. Agradeça a ela.
Prove it.
Woo.
Thank you.
Well, oh, very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Wow.
When you like it, you can say firme.
Firme. Firme. Firme. Oh.
Da hora, falei.
That's how we say here in Pará. Firme.
This is a really good condiment, guys.
Ou então só
To
o
eat
filé.
with everything here.
Só o filé.
Okay. Let's try some of this fish right here.
Porque na gíria o filé é a melhor parte. Né?
Really good. Wow. Thank you.
That's the açaí, the OG. No sugar.
Natural.
Yeah, absolutely natural.
There's various ways of eating it. We're gonna try it natural. So let me see.
Uma colher.
Sim, e com açúcar.
Isso.
Everybody here except him eats it without sugar, and they said it's a sin.
Everyone here is against me.
Prova assim.
Like that. Okay.
You
Isso.
can just try it.
Não dá pra provar nada.
It's not bad. It's a kind of leafy type of taste to it. So I can see why you would put sugar on it, or how she would put the
Farinha.
fajilla in it.
You put farinha so it get crunchy. You can bite something when you're eating.
Okay.
Tototito
You
só.
have to mix
É,
it.
tá bom. Não, se ele deixar eu como, querido. Você leva.
Okay.
Foi, aqui já foi, já era, perdeu.
Põe uma água aí pra mim.
Actually, if it has any healthy properties to it.
Yeah, it has. Quais são as vitaminas que tem no açaí?
Ferro, principal ferro.
E eu só preciso disso.
It has a lot of vitamins. That's how you need to know.
It tastes like it's nutrient. It tastes like it's healthy. It's good.
Actually, helps many people
Pra nós também tem
with the
fornil.
nurturing. It's very good.
Okay.
Então, do açaí.
I tore up the fish though.
People usually like to eat açaí with fried fish or roasted in this case.
I can see why you like
Mix
mix it up. Yeah, it would make a really good taste to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. All right, guys. So I just finished having a conversation during our lunch with our host, and she was basically telling me about other things she has to go through. Here in Brazil, she's still having a frustrating issue dealing with the people who handle systematic racism here. Says the people who are in charge that are supposed to look at and resolve issues like that are really enabling those issues. It's showing how frustrating it is even now. And she used an analogy of, even though slavery is over, when slaves used to try to stand against the people that held them captive, they would get in trouble. And that system still is happening even now, where people who try to stand up for rights in this country. This is something not new or something I never knew of, but I think in the future, maybe we'll dive a little bit more deeper into that subject. When I go to the next town, I think I might be heading to Bahia. Either way, I want to say thank you for watching this video. It's raining right now. like it does in almost all my videos about diaspora. But either way, I want to say thank you for watching, and more on the way from your boy Ace. If you want to follow my boy, his information is going to be in the description. Anything you need to know about Brazil or Belém, hit him up. And most definitely, if you want to take a tour here, you got to holler at this lady right here. She's going to be showing you around. Just hit her up. Her information is going to be in the description as well to show you where to go. You might be lucky to get some food from her and everything, but I'm gonna make sure I take care of her and him as well. So I don't know if they were gonna do it for free, but I'm paying them, all right? So just don't be coming out here thinking you're gonna get free service. It ain't happening, all right? Peace and love. Thanks for watching this video. More on the way, and I see you in the next video.